Exhilarating sports talk coming up next on The Doug Stewart Show in about 2 minutes. Stay tuned. We're about to have some fun. That's right. Sports talk, guy talk, right here on The Doug Stewart Show. Show coming up in about a minute and a half. Hold on. You have entered a no puppet zone. That's right, no puppetry around here. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 1 minute. The realest, treeless, most unfiltered sports and guy talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 30 seconds. Yes!
Play this record as frequently as possible.
The Doug Stewart Show
is the best in the world as far as I'm concerned.
This is sports talk for the people. The Doug Stewart Show. It's like the tail wagging the dog. They create the narrative. Don't believe it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Or are you not entertained? This is sports talk with hot sauce. Texas Pete Hot Sauce. The Doug Stewart Show. Yeah! Oh, damn. Okay, I didn't realize the mic was on. It's okay, though. What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Tribute Tuesday, and oh boy, we got a lot of great things planned for you today, as we do every single day. Shots out and good morning to the Stewies. Yeah, we got some new stuff going on in the studio, man, and so sometimes I forget to mute my mic. Bring that beat back for your boy one more time, no Cassidy. Bring it back. So y'all heard me clearing my throat. It's all good, though. Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Tribute Tuesday, and oh boy, a lot of great things planned for you today, as we do every single day. Good morning, and shouts out to all of the Stewies. The best fans, listeners, chatters in the sports talk world industry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, it is a Tribute Tuesday. Hey, before I even get into all of this other stuff, man, there's a lot of stuff to get to today. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, thank you for tuning in. I mean, what took your ass so long? What took you so long, man? Man, we do it real big around here, man. Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. We have more fun around here than you can shake a stick at, the way my grandmama used to say it. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. A couple of things you need to do. You need to go to Spreaker.com, and you need to search and find the Doug Stewart Show on Spreaker. then you need to hit the little follow button and follow the show on Spreaker.com. So whenever this show or any other show goes live on the network, you will be alerted. And then you need to hit the little chat bubble thingy. And then you enter into a whole new world of sports and guy chat. I call it the fantasy island of sports and guy chat. And its inhabitants are the Stewies. Good morning, Stewies. Yes! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so a couple things we got to get into today, man, as we do, once again, every single day. We talk about the sports. We talk about entertainment, guy talk, whatever dudes are talking about. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. And I know, despite popular belief, I actually like watching the Golden State Warriors, man. Shut up, I do! I just don't understand how they continue to win like this, okay? But the Golden State Warriors achieve a record last night that's just unbelievable when you think about it, man. We'll talk about Peyton Manning's press conference on yesterday. Why are y'all booing the man's press conference? We also get into the Eagles getting rid of a bunch of scrubs from Chip Kelly's roster. Stop it, Maria. Just stop it, Maria. We'll talk about Maria Sharapova. The Atlanta Hawks talking about some big things. RG3 looking for a job. And Lovie Smith is dead man walking. Wait a minute. He just got a job. He's dead man walking. Just stop it. We'll talk about all that today. We also are going to talk to my guy, Dr. Shaun T. Hill, okay, a little bit later today on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Kind of like we're kind of catching up with him. We spoke with him a couple of months ago when we established a relationship with ID Life. And you might say to yourself, ID Life? What's ID Life? ID Life is individualized nutrition. Okay, and so Executive Director Dr. Shaun T. Hill, good friend of mine, went to school together. He's big in the company, man. He's going to come on a little bit later today to talk about the business aspect of ID Life. The first time we had him on, it was all about the products, and I wanted my listeners to find out about the products and about the great company that ID Life has. Today is actually a big aspect to the company business-wise, and so Dr. Shaun T. Hill is going to come on a little bit later today to talk about that. And the Doug Stewart Show is brought to you by ID Life. If you want to get more details, go to the DougStewartShow.idlife.com. That's the DougStewartShow.idlife.com. Also today is a Tribute Tuesday. Now, y'all can probably make a good guess on where I'm going with the music today, because over the last couple of Tribute Tuesdays, the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of playing the classic albums of my generation, of my era. So we did Guy last week. The week before, I think we did, who do we do? Ooh, I can't even remember right now. Somebody will remind me. Maybe we did Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And so I've always talked about these classic albums, okay, during my era and my, probably the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. So today is going to fit in perfectly, man. I am going to pay tribute today to a group and to a sound and to one of the greatest albums and some of the greatest songs of the early 90s. Stay tuned for our Tribute Tuesday artist today. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm not even going to tell you who it is until we get back from the break. Yeah, I'm not going to even tell you who it is, all right? So stay tuned for that. All right, I guess congratulations are in order. The Golden State Warriors yesterday beat the Orlando Magic 119-113. Congratulations on that. So the Golden State Warriors, man, they make history in a 45 straight game winning streak at the Oracle. And, I mean, I'm almost sick of talking about, we had a show titled a couple weeks ago, I'm sick and tired of Steph's ass. I'm almost sick and tired of the Golden State Warriors. I know. I'm a hater. But I almost am, man, and it's almost a foregone conclusion at this point, in my opinion, that the Golden State Warriors are going to win the NBA championship this year, man. I mean, I don't know how, the way they're being defended right now, the way teams give the Golden State Warriors so much respect in today's basketball. I watched Steph Curry last night. Once again, I did watch this entire game last night. I watched Steph Curry go to the basket several times last night, and he just wasn't touched. And no one wants to play physical with this guy. I think like their opponents are fans of Steph Curry. And he goes off last night, man. 41 points. 6 for 6 from the line, the free throw line. The Aaron Gordon kid had a good game last night for Orlando as well. 20 points in the loss. The Golden State Warriors, the next game is Wednesday, taking on the Utah Jazz. That's probably going to be another damn win. My Lakers got it done against them a couple of days ago, but, I mean, let's be honest. I'm a Laker fan, but that was a fluke. I don't know how it happened. I don't know, I think the Lakers were very aggressive in playing Steph and looking at that game a couple of days ago, but will that continue? Will teams look at what the Lakers have done and the couple of losses that the Warriors have had this year and figure out some type of blueprint to stop these guys? I don't know, man. They just seem like they're unstoppable right now, and it's once again, a foregone conclusion that these cats are going to roll to an NBA championship this year, And listen, like I said earlier, despite popular belief, I'm actually a fan of the Golden State Warriors. Shut up! I am! The problem that I have with Golden State, though, is that part of me doesn't believe what my eyes are showing me. That's probably the best way to say it. Part of me doesn't believe what I'm actually witnessing. And like I always feel like in the back of my mind that there's some type of way to stop this team. They've got a guy that no one ever thought would be this good as Steph Curry, small little frail guy, shooting threes from half-court line. They got a bunch of role players. They don't have any great players. Klay Thompson's a fantastic player, but I wouldn't put Klay Thompson in the category of, I don't know, just off the top of my head, Michael Jordan or Dwayne Wade even, or anybody like that. He's a solid player, very good player. And maybe it's got something to do with the fact that these guys are kind of calm. They don't really talk a lot of trash, and maybe so I'm wrong for that. I don't know, man. Like I believed it last year, and I was on the bandwagon last year about the Golden State Warriors at some point. But now, the way they continue to just dominate, I'm like, man, come on, man. Somebody stop these ninjas. But it don't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. What are your thoughts on the Golden State Warriors, man? The number to the show. Oh, you can still call the show old school style, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. But once again, the easy way to be totally interactive is just to jump into the chat room on Spreaker.com. And I read a lot of your chat throughout the day. We do birthdays. We have fun, man. We talk about sports. We give you real opinions. We don't give you cookie cutter, puppet opinions like the Puppet Factory. Speaking of which, when we get back from the break, Peyton Manning in his retirement speech, I'll give you my thoughts on that. And also kind of tied into it is D'Angelo Williams, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, kind of went ham on your boy Peyton Manning on Twitter. And I want to talk about that as well. A lot of people got it twisted, man. Tell the truth or shame the devil, my grandmama used to say. Yes, sir. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. We'll be back in a minute. What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Feeling like the way you do.
Yes, sir.
Feeling like the way you do.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And that's right. Today we're paying tribute to Guy, New Jack Swing, Teddy Riley, Aaron Hall, his Bubba, Damian Hall. New Jack Swing, baby. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's right. Today, man, we're paying tribute. We are paying homage to the great Guy. You talk about one of the greatest groups. Whenever I talk about a group like this that's broken up, and Guy's been broken up, I think the last time they performed together was back in 2000. So it's been like 16 years. I always talk about, great times and memories missed out on. Whether it's personal differences with a member of the group or whatever, man. It's just tragic. It's tragic that Guy broke up. They formed back in 1987. Once again, the last time they performed together was 2000. They were a part of Uptown MCA. They were associated with Heavy D and the Boys, Today, Kids at Work, Rex in Effect, and Blackstreet. Teddy Riley had a couple of different bands or whatever, man. And today, man, we pay homage to the great Guy. Yes, sir. Hey, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, the show is brought to you by ID Life. What is ID Life? ID Life is nutrition with the kids line of nutritional products. ID Life is a movement, an industry game changer, the Netflix of nutrition. If you want to take a free assessment and get your health together in 2016, go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. It's like a 10-minute free assessment. They're going to ask you like 30 questions. It's like yes and no questions. And based on your answers, ID Life will develop a supplement. And supplements for you specifically. It's a can't-beat proposition. All right? So go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com and get better in 2016. And don't forget, a little bit later today, Dr. Sean T. Hill will come on the show to talk about the business opportunity with ID Life. So stay tuned. So I'm sure you all saw it. Or you saw parts of it, pieces of it. Your boy Peyton Manning officially retires from the NFL after 18 seasons. Before I get into the other side of the conversation where it deals with Peyton Manning, I said it when we first got this information, like early yesterday morning, or maybe it was the night before. Peyton Manning, fantastic career, man. I mean, just fantastic career. I tip my cap to you. I tip my cap to you. One of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever do it. Easily top 5 quarterbacks in NFL history. I think yesterday I put him at number 3 on my list, behind the great Joe Montana, and I still put John Elway in front of him. Fantastic career. That being said, shut up. This is what I do. Damn, y'all kind of trifling this morning. That being said, man, I have to tell you, when I watched the press conference yesterday, I felt some type of way. It did lose a lot of its luster. I think the press conference lost a lot of its luster, and the emotion from Peyton Manning was kind of lost a little bit where I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, because of everything that's gone on over the last couple of weeks. All right? And yesterday was his day, and he even mentioned that in his comments and saying that, someone asked him about the whole incident back from 1996. And he responded. As a matter of fact, the quote that he made when someone asked him, and first of all, I'm shocked that someone even asked him about, what happened with the Jamie Norwright situation and all that. But here's a quote from Peyton responding to a question about the trial, the assault case. He says, quote, "First off, this is a joyous day. Nothing can overtake this day. Sad that some people don't understand the truth and the facts. I did not do what has been alleged. I am not interested in relitigating something that happened when I was 19 years old. And kind of like my dad used to say when I was in trouble, I can't say it plainer than that. So this is a joyous day. It's a special day. And as Forrest Gump said, that's all I have to say about that." And that's probably the perfect thing to say. I don't even know if I was Peyton Manning in this entire scenario, I would even, answer any questions or say even as much as what he said. That being said, though, I got to be honest with you. The entire time I'm up there watching him, he's up there dramatic as hell, looking like he's trying to force some tears out of something like that. I couldn't help but think about his nuts on a chick's face. Yeah, I kind of thought about that, didn't you? And I also thought about, over the last couple of months, the revelation that, HGH packages were sent to his wife under his to his house under his wife's name. And all of this stuff is alleged. But what I'm telling you is I felt some type of way. Like, I didn't feel the same way I'm sure I would have if I had not heard about and read about and know all the details about all these stories. I posted some tweets this morning on Twitter. A lot of people are mad at me, but that's fine. I'll be that. And basically what I said is, man, Peyton has done a lot of great things. He has. I've acknowledged he's one of the top quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. But it is kind of suspect, that you have 4, what was it, 4? He has multiple neck surgeries, comes back and, magically shipments of HGH go to his house with his wife, and then he throws for 55 touchdowns. I'm just saying, that's suspect where I'm from. So, the same way I've kind of railed on Tom Brady, and I feel different about Tom Brady than I did before the whole Deflategate thing, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and the New England Patriots coupled and, with everything that they've done in the culture of cheating around, I kind of feel a little bit different about Tom Brady had not all this stuff come out. I feel a lot different about Tom Brady. So I kind of feel a little bit different about Peyton Manning with all the stuff that has come out about him over the last couple of months. Once again, it's all alleged. I don't know. I don't know if he actually, put or had HGH sent to his wife's house and to his house in his wife's name and he was taking it. I don't know. He denies all of that stuff. I don't know if everything that went down in this sexual assault case back in 1996 happened the way Jamie Norwright describes it. I don't know. I know something happened. I know there's a lot of damn smoke. You know, there's a lot of damn smoke. It might be some type of little fire somewhere. So I don't know, man, but that's what I kind of thought. I kind of thought that the thing was very dramatic, and I'm saying to myself, man, come on, dude. Really? Really? You know? And I know he probably felt some type of way as well with all of the things hanging over his head, once again, that have happened over the last couple of months. Like, I'm sure in his mind, he was like, damn, if all of this other crap didn't happen and didn't come out, then this speech that I'm about to give is going to be a lot more heartfelt. You know, a lot of more people are going to embrace it to its fullest. Not that people didn't embrace it to its fullest, but if you're like me, and a lot of you may not be, if you're like me, who keeps it real, I kind of felt some type of way about it. Yeah. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read some of your messages here in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Thank you so much for the chat. Thank you so much for being interactive. From 90 the Wino, he says Waterhead Peyton never tested positive for drugs. And he do have a big old head. Yeah, he never tested positive for drugs, but that doesn't stop people from assuming, i.e. Barry Bonds. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that I can't, be suspect? I can't, have thoughts that maybe Peyton Manning was doing something illegal, cheating, using HGH, when everybody in America and sports America has killed Barry Bonds and Mark Aguirre and all of these guys with no failed drug tests? I mean, why? Why can't we be suspect of those guys and I can't be suspect of Peyton Manning? From Rel Scott. He never denied it. He just said that he didn't want to talk about it. That's a very true statement from Rel Scott. Peyton Manning never denied anything. And you know what? A lot of people say that there's no need to address allegations. And I kind of get that. But when you've been as forthright and as revealing and as open as Peyton Manning seemingly has been his entire career, he's an open book. It is kind of strange that you don't want to talk about it all of a sudden. If somebody was accusing me of something, once again, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if somebody was accusing me of something I know I didn't do, I would be all over it. I would be denying it till the cows came home. Same thing with this whole Jamie Norwright and the sexual assault case back from 1996. Yeah, if I didn't do what she says, I emphatically will defend myself. Period. He settled 2 lawsuits, okay? One with Jamie Norwright and one with the University of Texas or Tennessee. So I'm not settling ish if I didn't do nothing. If everything that this chick is saying to me or about me is a bold-faced lie, I ain't settling ish. He did. Well, Doug, he just wanted the story to go away. The hell he did. I ain't settling nothing and admitting, in effect, to nothing that I didn't do. So it's kind of strange. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of strange. Great quarterback. Very suspect stories over the last couple of months. What are your thoughts? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, man, Eagles getting rid of some bums on their team. We'll talk about that. They're cleaning house. And a little bit later, man, we'll also talk about Maria Sharapova. Speaking of performance-enhancing drugs, she need to just stop it. GTFOH. A lot of them. Hey, man, this is the People Show. The Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
This is the sound. Have your partner and get down. Everyone must know.
Now, if you're not thinking about the New Year's Eve party on New Jack City, something's wrong with you.
Give you more. It's time to let it show. The music is funky. Girls are
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Tribute Tuesday. Guy, New Jack Swing, baby. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This is a Tribute Tuesday paying homage to the great Guy. If you don't hear that song, that New Jack City song, and think about the movie New Jack City, the famous party scene, it was a New Year's Eve party, I believe it was, and Nino was having him a good-ass time, had a bottle of champagne in each hand, had that big-ass hat on. Nino was doing like the Running Man one time in the scene. I mean, classic. Yes, sir. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. We're doing a lot of big things on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man. We can interview you on my show, kind of like an infomercial type thing, promote you on social media. We do voiceovers, host or speak at your event, play your music on our show. And the big thing we're doing is broadcasting other shows on the network. All right. And so if you have a good podcast but don't have a lot of listeners, it's tough to get listeners online. Trust me, I know that. It's not easy at all. So do business with your folk, all right? Let's join together as a network, okay? There's some basic administrative fees that we have to charge, but we're trying to build the network. So if you want to get more details about being part of the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. So the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to clean house from basically all the remnants of Chip Kelly, the failed head coach there in the city of brotherly love, which is a damn lie. They ship out DeMarco Murray to the Tennessee Titans. Not only him, but Byron Maxwell as well. Kiko Alonso, the trade that they traded, what's his name, LaShawn McCoy for out of Buffalo that didn't do a damn thing last year. All of those players were acquired by Chip Kelly during his tenure as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're trying to move on. They're turning the page from Chip Kelly, man, and that's what it seems like. It's like they're trying to get rid of reminders of this guy's tenure once again in the city of Philadelphia. You talk about bad, how bad it got this year, and if you remember before the season started, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I'm a Chip Kelly guy. Like, I always talk about the innovative offense and the fact that he was willing to come into the NFL and, not just stick with the status quo as far as you got to run this pro-style offense, this, that, and the other, the way it's been done for the last 50, 75 years. Chip Kelly came in with the mindset that my offense can work, even though it's untraditional. A lot of people would dab it as, a finesse-type college, type offense or whatever. I think it can work in the NFL. Came out guns a-blazing. Had tremendous success the first year, really the first 2 years. Won 10 games, 2 years. What Chip Kelly failed at was his arrogance. And the arrogance that he could get rid of good players and replace them with average players and win. That's not going to work. And if you remember, before the season started, when all these moves started to happen, and the big one was LaShawn McCoy, and they let Jeremy Maclin walk, I was like, I'm a fan of dude, but this is not going to work. I'm willing to go on record. I swear to you, I wish we'd bookmark a lot of these comments. We don't have the budget to do that type of thing. I wish we could go back to when I says, you know what? He was 10-6 these first couple of years, but this isn't smart. This isn't smart, and I guess Jeffrey Lurie, gave him total autonomy to do that type of thing, man, and he went out and he got rid of very good players or let very good players walk. And Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin and LaShawn McCoy and all of these guys and brought in average players and kept Riley Coopers of the world and whatnot. And that was dumb. I'm sorry. It's a difference between book sense and common sense, the people say in the country. And that just wasn't common sense. Chip Kelly might have scored 1,800 on his SATs, but that was arrogant and that was dumb. And it led to his demise, man. He's out, and the Philadelphia Eagles are getting rid of everybody that reminds them of that dude, Chip Kelly. 404-382-033. I know we got a lot of, not a lot. We got a couple of listeners to the Doug Stewart Show in the chat room that follow the Philadelphia Eagles, man. What are they saying up in the city? Are you guys happy Chip Kelly's gone? Are you happy that they're getting rid of some of these players? I've never been a fan of DeMarco Murray. Never been. Even when he was in Dallas, even when he had the incredible year before he came to Philadelphia, never been a fan. He really doesn't have a lot of elusiveness. He's knock-kneed as hell. He always got hurt. I mean, maybe it had something to do with DeMarco Murray running behind the best offensive line in football. Maybe it had something to do with that, but I've never been a fan in thinking that he was this dynamic, runner of the football. Never thought that before. Have said that many, many times, and it looks like I was right in that one in particular as well. Let me read some of your messages here in the chat room from Ms. Mocha Bella. Word is when they asked Peyton about the allegations, ESPN cut away from that question. I don't deny it. And I'm going to get into this story here about, as a matter of fact, when we get back from the break, DeAngelo Williams. DeAngelo Williams said what everybody else is saying and thinking, but the Puppet Factory basically tried to go in on him this morning on the Mike and Mike show. I'll talk about that in the next segment. From D-Boss, Doug, when Kobe gives a speech, we want the same petty for that snitching ninja. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I don't believe Kobe Bryant is an emotional type, sensitive type guy anyway, the way Peyton Manning tried to portray at this press conference yesterday. Like, I don't expect Kobe to come out of his last game press conference and cry and be super uber dramatic. I don't expect that at all. And if you boo Peyton Manning or you boo Kobe Bryant or you think that Kobe Bryant's fake, that's fine. I get it. I tend to agree with you. Take your mama to court and whatnot. I'm not a fan of Kobe Bryant in the person outside of basketball. Kobe Bryant's a fantastic basketball player, but history has shown us that he's an asshole. I mean, that's just real. So you ain't hurting my feelings, bruh. I guess you're a Peyton Manning fan. From Eugene Jackson. Doug, you see Maria Sharapova out here cheating, trying to keep up with Serena Williams. Now her ass going to have to sit down and miss the Olympics this summer. We're going to talk about that today as well. We're going to get to, we got a lot. I might even do some bonus stew today on the Doug Stewart Show. What do y'all think about some bonus stew? We got so many great stories. We'll see. Oh, by the way, let me mention it right now. We will not have a show. There will be no The Doug Stewart Show Thursday and Friday. I know. So we'll be back on Monday, same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. I know. What the hell are you going to do for 2 hours from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Thursday and Friday? I'm sorry. But what we do plan to do is we do plan to bring you the other shows on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. The Grizz, the Barbershop Podcast, Sports Talk Podcast, the Kicking It with Kesey show, my man John Fisher, Cooking with the Microwave. We plan to play a couple of those shows or do a couple of those shows live on the network on Thursday and Friday. Your boy is up for a little vacation, so I got to get out of here, man. So tomorrow will be the last show. We'll be back live on Monday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'll remind you a couple more times as well. Oh, thank y'all for understanding. I appreciate that. From Ducking and Dodging, the media loves Peyton too much. Let's see what we got here. From the 4-7 problem, technically HGH is created in the body naturally. It's hard to detect. The problem is at 40, your HGH levels are lower, of course. The healing process is harder, so to come back from those issues with low HGH levels is suspect. That's all I said. I'm not saying he did it. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But to surmise that it's not suspect, you're lying to yourself. I mean, come on. You don't get your neck operated 4 times on and then come around and throw 55 touchdowns a couple of years later. It just doesn't work like that. You might be a Peyton Manning fan. You might be a University of Tennessee Volunteer fan. You might be a Broncos fan or an Indianapolis Colts fan. To say that's not at least suspect as hell, not just suspect a little bit, but suspect as hell, is very disingenuous. I mean, let's just be honest about that. Come on now. I know you got your Peyton Manning, sunglasses on, shades on, but come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. And you know what? If I'm Peyton Manning, and if I look at it from the perspective of Peyton Manning, I'm not mad at him. He did what he had to do to get back on the field and make that money. That takes us into another whole conversation about HGH. I necessarily don't think HGH is that bad for some of the reasons that my man, the 47 problem, just made. But as it stands right now, HGH is illegal. HGH is a taboo in sports. And so as it stands right now, whether I agree 15 or 20 years down the road that this is going to be totally legal and science and technology is going to say that it really wasn't that bad in the first place, that's neither here nor there. Right now, using HGH is frowned upon, okay? And when you add on top of it, your ass is damn near 40 years old and you had 4 neck surgeries and you come back and you throw 55 touchdowns, in Oakley, South Carolina, they call that suspect. I'm sorry. It's just like winning a Tour de France after having testicular cancer. Yeah, I mean, that's suspect as hell. When we talked about that, everybody, oh, you're un-American. How can you say that about Lance Armstrong? Because it didn't make sense. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You can't have cancer and get on a bike afterwards and ride 50 gazillion miles and win Tour de France races and not go on. Or you not use something. You don't get a little push from something else, a little edge. Stop it. That was suspect. Just like this is suspect. Don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
Baby, don't go.
If you're not doing what the hell are you doing, this is the Doug Stewart Show. Tuesday, March 8th, 2016. Tribute Tuesday, paying tribute, paying homage to the great guy. Yes, sir. I used to knock him down with guys.
Even though I hate to leave the
Yes, sir.
door, I cried as I walked out the door.
Oh, man. All right, so this album came out And let me actually go back and look when this album actually came out. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I want to make sure I'm correct. I found out yesterday on the chat, I called Julius Randle, Jerome Randle, like 35 times. I'm sorry about that, man. I do that a lot of times when I know somebody with a name close to the guy's name I'm talking about. So I went to college with a guy. I went to college with a guy named Jerome Randle. What's up, Jerome? Lives in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And so I think I called Julius Randle yesterday, Jerome Randle, like 20 times. Guy's first album came out in 1987. All right. So 87, 88 was my senior year in high school. I can remember right now being at a little party in the gym at Newberry College. Or was it at a club or something like? No, it had to be the gym because I wasn't old enough to get into a damn club. So I can remember being in a little party, a student, a body party in the gym or whatever at Newberry College in 1988. And this song was on. And I actually started singing it. That's when I kind of realized that I had the talent and the gift of song. Shut up! And so I can see myself right now serenading this chick in the gym and later on trying to seal a deal. But I remember that, man. Guy was that group. They were that group. Hey, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I'm going to read more of your chat here in a second. The other part of this whole Peyton Manning conversation from yesterday has to do with D'Angelo Williams, running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, former Carolina Panther. D'Angelo Williams kind of went in on Peyton Manning, but here's the part that the media isn't telling you about, or they're neglecting to tell you, is that D'Angelo Williams got into this whole debate about Peyton Manning and what he did in his last year of football in response to a sports writer, Pete Prisco from CBS, okay? And so Pete Prisco was on Twitter, and he sent out this first tweet. He said, was watching Manning's 340-yard game versus the Packers this morning from November, still could play. Still could play? And then so D'Angelo Williams, I guess, was following this guy or whatever. And D'Angelo Williams responds to Pete Prisco. This is a major part of this. And this is why I tell y'all need to listen to the Doug Stewart Show. Because I'm going to tell you the complete story. Thank you, studio audience. D'Angelo Williams responds to Pete Prisco by saying, he puts up the little avatar, the eyes, the emoji eyes, and says, why is it that while he's playing, the media says he needs to retire, then when he retires, he still can play? And then Pete Prisco responds, as is, he's better than some of these guys who started in front of you in Carolina. Okay, D'Angelo responds, with the little crying, laughing emoji. He says, you're kidding me, right? Last year, Peyton Manning, without the name, would never have been in the NFL anywhere, Pete. He's responding to Pete Prisco. Which, once again, the way the story is being reported is that if you go and you search this story, 90% of the way that people are reporting this story online, they're just giving you the tweet from D'Angelo Williams. They're not telling you that he's responding to a sports writer about a statement that he made about Peyton Manning still being, in effect, a good quarterback. So D'Angelo Williams responds with that. Then he responds with, yes, 2010, Jimmy is better than 2015 Peyton Manning. The Panthers didn't have the defense Peyton had. And he's talking about Jimmy Clausen. And so this thing just goes on and on, back and forth. And they had D'Angelo Williams on the Mike and Mike show this morning. And once again, when they started asking him these questions, they didn't, reference the fact that he's referring or he's responding to a statement made by a sports writer. In effect, everybody in the media, and I know it probably makes these players mad as hell, everybody in the media just slobs Peyton Manning to the nth degree that it probably gets under these players' skins. Listen, I've acknowledged Peyton Manning's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. But last year, Peyton Manning sucked. And I'm holding 2 thumbs down to the ground. He sucked. He sucked. Okay? And so it's a legitimate question, a legitimate concern from D'Angelo Williams. Why is it that everybody and their mama was acknowledging Peyton needs to retire and that he's lost it and he's clearly not, suitable or the same quarterback that he once was, and this is the best time for him to retire. And then you couple that with the fact that he absolutely sucked and they won the Super Bowl despite him, okay? Why is it, disrespectful for him to say and question the media, why are you saying now that the guy still is one of the best quarterbacks in the game? So I absolutely applaud DeAngelo Williams. He came on Mike and Mike this morning and was like, I wouldn't change anything I said. And, he's probably at the point in his career, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, where he know he's about to be out. He probably wouldn't have done this 5 and 10 years ago, once again, because the media just absolutely slobs on Peyton Manning. He probably wouldn't have done it then, but he's probably to the point now he's like, I don't care what they do. I don't care, that they talk about me in a negative manner in the media. I don't care. I'm about to be retired in a year, so I got all the money I'll ever need. Man, damn Peyton Manning. Oh, nut-throwing Peyton Manning. And so I absolutely respect that he came on there this morning and didn't backpedal at all. Baller Award on a Tuesday to DeAngelo Williams. GTFOH. From Rel Scott, Doug be changing people's names and killing them off at the same time. I apologize. I think I did, and I didn't go back and even listen to it. I think I did call Julius Randle Jerome Randle, once again a teammate of mine at South Carolina State. From Vince Wright, Doug always switching names and killing off people. No, I don't. Now, I do kill off a lot of people, mistakenly. Because I want to pay respect to you if you've gone home to glory. I'm not trying to disrespect you by saying you're dead and you're actually not dead. I mean, that's an innocent mistake in me thinking that Woody Allen's dead and maybe he's not. Or George Burns is dead. George Burns is dead, right? Man, George Burns got to be dead. Milton Berle and all of them cats, they dead. From that ninja first, if you are a greenhorn and you don't know Goodbye Love, by God, you need to give it a listen. Trey Songz never made anything like that. Pipeline. Exactly right. I tell the greenhorns that listen to the Doug Stewart Show all the time, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I tell them all the time, trust me on this. Trust me on this, okay? This is what I do. Is I make you smarter as a greenhorn with milk around your mouth. Your testicles ain't dropped yet. A lot of testicle talk today on the show. Trust me on this. Go back and get the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Go back and get Guy's first album. Go back and get Jodeci's first album. Who else am I missing? And I'm sure someone will remind me in the chat. But those three off the top of my head. Classics. Instant classics. Trust me on this. All right? Open up your mind. What was a confunction? Free your mind and your ass will follow. Trust me on this. All right, we get back from the break. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system that have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show, Tribute Tuesday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. In about 30 minutes, we're going to talk to my frat brother, my line brother, Dr. Sean T. Hill. Well, he's going to talk about the business aspect, the business side of ID Life. So stay tuned for that. And what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to keep it real with them. And as some of you have heard, and me talking about ID Life, it's a network marketing company. And there's a stigma on network marketing companies where people kind of feel like that it's some type of pyramid scheme, which is illegal in the U.S. or whatever. So I'm going to ask Sean about that and kind of answer some of your concerns. Hopefully he can answer some of your concerns about that. And I had to explain to me till the cows came home before I became a part of and accepted the partnership with ID Life. So trust me, he'll tell you exactly why ID Life decides to operate under the business model of network marketing. Okay, so stay tuned for that a little bit later today on the Doug Stewart Show. Also, before I forget, man, I need to thank y'all. For supporting the Doug Stewart Show, and I do it all the time. But yesterday I was out in them streets and bumped into a cat I haven't seen in a while, and he was like, man, Stu, I got to tell you, bruh, your show is fantastic. I don't call, I don't post stuff in the chat room, man. But your show is better than any other show that I hear on Sports Talk Radio. Once again, I don't participate because my boss is on my back, that type of thing. But I need to let you know, bruh, I am listening. There's a lot of us listening. Thank you for your show. And hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm telling you. Because we don't have the budget to put ourselves out there as much as we'd like, this show is slept on. And if people knew that I was doing this show, I think a lot more people would listen, give it a listen, and then they would be hooked. But it's hard. It's hard to be online. A lot of people, have they feel some type of way about online radio, and they're set in their ways, and they just want to turn on their radio in their car, and that's it. People don't even listen to the radio outside of their cars anymore. Like, you used to have a radio back in your house, and on Saturday morning when your mama was cleaning up the house, she had the radio on, and she was dancing to the Four Tops and to the Spinners and all of that stuff. And people don't listen to the radio outside of their car. Okay? And so it's not easy. But I know daily, just on Spreaker, we have close to 4,000 listeners daily. We have over 10,000 followers. And that's just on Spreaker. That's not counting Stitcher, iTunes, iHeart. We can't even keep track of those numbers. So I'm sure we have well over 10,000 listeners a day. But it's still kind of slept on. And if you've listened to this show for the last year, you know how we get down around here. You know we have fun. You know I keeps it real. I talk about sports in a way that nobody else talks about it. I'll even sing for your ass, you know. Oh, thank you, studio audience. I rap. I do all of that. And so little times like what happened to me yesterday, man, makes me understand and realize that we are doing big things, man. Thank you for supporting the Doug Stewart Show. That being said, have you heard about $5 for the flavor? Huh? $5 a month. That's 25 cents a day. That's 20 days a month. A quarter. You can find a quarter in your seat cushion at your house. Okay? We're asking that you donate $5 a month to the Doug Stewart Show. Go to thedougstewartshow.com. There's a little donate button. You click on that little donate button and donate $5 one time a month, man, to help out with the show. Independent radio. I've been talking about it the last 5 minutes. It's not easy. It's very tough. We have expenses that we have to pay out, and we're operating on a shoestring budget right now. Okay, and so we would appreciate it. We would sincerely and really honestly, we would definitely appreciate you donating $5 one time a month to the Doug Stewart Show. I mean, if you got 50, if you got 500, you got 5,000, you got 50,000, you got $500,000, we will take it. Okay, but don't feel like we're asking you for that. If you want to give it, you got it to give. We'll take it. But just $5 one time a month, I would appreciate it. Hey, man, RG3 is no longer a Washington Redskin, as everybody guessed they would do. The Washington Redskins released RG3 just 2 days before they would have taken his 2016 salary would have taken effect, which was $16.5 or $0.15 million. This isn't a surprise. I mean, they just consummated it. I mean, everybody knew that RG3 was going to be out of a job in Washington. Now the question is, where will he land? I think he will land someplace. I don't think that it's a situation where RG3 is not going to play football in the NFL again. I don't think that at all. Will he be a starter this coming year? I don't know. I doubt it. I think that you can make a case that he should be. I think you can make the case, and you can look at the NFL and look at a bunch of teams with sorry-ass quarterbacks. I think you could easily make the argument that he could actually or should possibly be able to go into Philadelphia and win the job over Sam Bradford. That's not going to happen. But Sam Bradford sucks, and Sam Bradford continues to get this money. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. So I think RG3 is going to play again. I personally don't think he's ever going to be the same quarterback that we saw coming out of Baylor. And it's totally and solely because of the injuries and because of the way that he plays the game. Now, if it was Sam Bradford or if it was any other traditional, quote-unquote, traditional style quarterback that's just going to sit back there in the pocket and just throw the ball all over the place, I would think that it would be easy to come back from the injuries that RG3 sustained. But RG3 is not that type of quarterback. And whether he decides that he is going to stay in said pocket, you're bringing into the equation mentals. You know, now he's thinking about it. I want to run, but I shouldn't run. You know, in football, man, you react. You know, it's a reactionary sport. And if you're sitting around debating in your mind whether you should run or not because you might get hurt again, that's going to mess with your game. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's all about just reacting. You know, you don't even think. It's total reflexes. You've gone over these plays so many times in your head. You've been in the same situation so many times on the field and playing the game that it's reactionary. And I don't think that we'll ever see that again from RG3. I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for the young man, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle from here. What are your thoughts? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's read some of your chat here. From Loose Neck Pledge Hazing Sigh. People always yelling Keith Sweat begging. Every dude begged a woman from time to time. Oh, I guess he's talking about classic albums from the early 90s, late 80s. Oh, yeah. Keith Sweat's first album. Classic! My, baby. You right. sir. I'm gonna love you right, girl. You may be young, but you're ready. Yes, sir. All right, I'm done. All right. Wait a minute. I think I performed that classic already. Ready to learn. Go out and get that album, too, if you're a greenhorn. Go out and get that album, too, if you're a greenhorn. Keith Sweat's first begging album. I don't care what you say about the man. He was begging. Keith Sweat actually can sing. I don't know if he can sing as good as me, but Keith Sweat can actually sing. You're not a little girl. You're a woman. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From D. Ross, RG3 going to have options, and he is better than Cap. Cap needs to play baseball. From Boosa, ouch, Doug. I didn't expect you to sing Keith Sweat on a dime. You're a musical genius. You were truly blessed with the gift of song. Well, thank you, Bussa. From Clay Ninja Garden Davis, if you don't want any booty from a girl, you play Jermaine Stewart. What happened to the great Jermaine Stewart? Huh? Jermaine Stewart, I think he was androgyny. Wasn't he androgyny? I'm not sure about that, but I think he was androgyny. For some reason, I remember Jermaine Stewart having long hair and wearing women's clothes. From Clay Ninja Garden Davis, if you didn't want booty from a girl, I just read that one. From Ducking and Dodging, Doug is doing justice to my Keith Sweat music. My headphones love Doug and his singing. Man, thank you, Ducking and Dodging. From Maceo Hurd Jr. What up, Maceo Hurd Jr.? Sports radio host. Thanks for tuning in, bruh. He says, you may be young, but you're ready. Epic. I know, man. I killed that just now, didn't I? Thank you, man, Maceo Hurd. Yes, sir. Oh, man, Chico the Alpha. You know, I just gave you a little taste, on the drop of a dime. I didn't prepare. I didn't warm up my vocals or anything like that. Just off the drop of a dime, I gave you a little bit of Keith Sweat, And maybe we'll go Keith Sweat next week and pay homage to him on a Tribute Tuesday. Yes, sir. My man, Chico the Alpha, he puts like 200-300 thumbs up for my singing. And yes, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, man, every once in a while I do sing. I recently found out that I was blessed by the gods with the gift of song. Yeah, I know. So, I know. This boy talks sports, entertainment. He has a good time. Speaking of which, in about 5 minutes, we're going to get into some entertainment news, talk about some birthdays. But not only do I do all of that, man, and I keeps it real on these sports, and we have the best time around here for 2 hours, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, but I also sing and rap for you as well. Yes, sir. I know it's amazing, right? Miss Mocha Bella, if you're new to the chat, Doug can sing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Hey, man, I don't know. I amaze myself sometimes. If you can see me in the studio right now, I have reached my hand behind my shoulders and am patting myself on the back. Yes, sir. Hey, don't go away. Entertainment news coming up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Wee. I think I might got to sing this one with y'all. Yeah. Nah, I'm not going to sing it. I'll let Guy do it. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, but the easy way to be totally interactive is just to jump into the chat room on Spreaker.com. Bring that back one more time.
Baby, you can't have all of me, 'cause I'm not totally free.
Because I'm not totally free.
Can't tell you everything that's going on.
I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you everything.
There's a few things in my past.
There's a couple things in my past.
That should not be explained.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you, baby.
But just chill with me for a minute, though.
Be with me for a little while.
Shut up.
No questions asked.
Don't ask too many damn questions. You don't want to know the answer.
Lay back and relax, girl.
Yes, sir. Shouts out to Aaron Hall. Shouts out to Teddy Riley, man. Classic music. Playing tribute on a Tribute Tuesday to Guy, man. Right here on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 15 minutes, we're going to talk to Dr. Sean T. Hill and get any and every question you ever want answered or wanted answered about ID Life from Dr. Sean T. Hill today. So stay tuned for that right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Let's talk a couple of birthdays. March 8th, 2016. Celebrating his 43rd birthday today is movie actor Boris Kodjoe. Happy birthday to him. Real Husbands of Hollywood. Celebrating his 40th birthday today is former NFL player for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Hines Ward turns 40 years old today. Happy birthday, Hines. Who else we got here? Celebrating his 51st birthday today is former NBA player, Houston Rocket most notably, Kenny Smith. Kenny the Jet Smith turns 51 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Who else we got? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. that's pretty much it as far as famous people. Ooh. Tom Chaplin is 37 years old. You know who Tom Chaplin is? Tom Chaplin. No, he's not. I thought he was the same guy that played on The Sopranos, but he's not. He's just a rock singer. We don't care nothing about him. So I'm sorry I even brought his name up. Hey, you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Before we get away from birthdays and talk about a couple little news and notes in the world of entertainment, and you are listening to The Doug Stewart Show, a couple of belated happy birthdays to J-Rob. And I actually take notes and try to remember listeners' birthdays, and sometimes I forget to mention them. J-Rob had a birthday way back in January, I think, and maybe I did mention this one, but I'm going to mention it again in case I didn't mention it. Happy birthday to J-Rob. Very belated, a couple months belated. My man Brian Hill says, for me and the Stewies to wish his Mama Hill, a happy 70th birthday. Happy birthday, Mama Hill! Yeah. My man Andre Elam, and I think I may have done this, but I'll do it again just in case I forgot to. My man Andre Elam, my folk, from the great state of South Carolina. He's from the upstate, though. It's a big-ass difference between upstate and low country. But Andre Elam says to wish his son a happy 21st birthday. And that happened on this past Sunday, I believe. Happy birthday to the younger Elam. And last but not least, this is actually a present birthday. This is a birthday today. Did y'all know Miss Mocha Bella was a grandmama? Yes, sir! Miss Mocha Bella, arduous supporter of the Doug Stewart Show and the Two Live Stews, says to wish her grandson, Michael Anthony Lewis Jr., a happy second birthday. Happy birthday, Michael Anthony Lewis Jr. Like he's related to Louis Gossett Jr. Happy birthday to your grandson, Mocha. Happy birthday to your grandson. A couple little news and notes in the world of entertainment. First, man, I want to congratulate the great Bubba Sparks. You remember Bubba Sparks, right? Mississippi rapper with that track, Miss New Booty. He's engaged and about to marry Miss Iowa. And he's also lost a lot of weight, man. Cleaned himself up a little bit, man. White rapper. Kind of catchy. He got some skills, I guess. So congratulations to the great Bubba Sparks on getting married to Miss Iowa. I don't know how you pulled that off, bruh. And lastly, you need to make sure and follow me on social media. The Doug Stewart Show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All those different social media entities. I posted a video yesterday. I think I was one of the first people to post it. Or I shared a video of Cat Williams in a fight in Philadelphia, in a nightclub in Philadelphia. He was attending a Beanie Siegel concert. You know, Beanie Siegel, they call him Beans. Real rough and tough rapper that Kanye West didn't want no part of. So he was at this concert, man, and if you see this video, they got the whole thing on video, and Cat look like he's geeking out. That's an old school term for somebody that's real, like, high on drugs or whatever, geeking. So he looks like he's geeking out, man, and he's fidgety, and he's, like a crackhead. And I'm not saying the man used crack, but he looked like a crackhead. He was making moves, and his mannerisms were that of a crackhead. If you see the video, you know what I'm talking about. So he's fidgety and everything, and he's bobbing from back and forth, and he looks like some type of maniac. And then late in the video's like 2 minutes long, and I posted it on my Facebook page. You can go see it. Like, 30 seconds before the video ends, Cat, just races out and pounces on some dude on the stage like a pit bull. And you know what happened last week. He went in on Kevin Hart. He apologized. I mean, he's just been all over the place. And when he jumped on this guy, they got him to the ground. He's a little fella. and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and they commenced to kicking on his ass. They commenced to stomping his ass. And I think everybody knew it was Cat Williams, and so they stopped stomping on him. For the record, for people that don't know, if you are on the ground and dudes commence to stomping on you, chances are you're not going to make it out alive. So he actually made it out alive, and y'all pray for Cat Williams, man. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Y'all pray for Cat Williams, man, because something is really, really going on with him, man. And you've known guys that have been like, they seem like they're on a downward spiral, like they're just, the end result isn't going to be good. And I hate to even speak it into existence, but I've seen cats like Cat Williams before, and I've lost friends like Cat Williams before with this type of stuff going on. And it's happening all at one time, You're in Philadelphia. You're in the Philadelphia, as they call it. You're in the Philadelphia, and you're in a nightclub, okay? I don't know if you know it, but in that part of the country, Philadelphia and New York, because of the stringent gun laws, cats stab people around there. Like in that whole fracas, that whole melee, is very shocking that someone didn't pull out, like they say on TV, one of them shanks and just like, just stab up his kidneys. So I look at it as you got a second opportunity of life, bruh, because in a lot of circumstances, he would be gone. They would have kicked him to sleep, or somebody would have pulled out something and just started jugging him in the side. And jugging him is a low country term. So y'all pray for Cat Williams, man. I mean, because they're very talented, but he's going through some stuff right now. And he's been going through some stuff for the last couple of years, but over the last month or so, man, he's been really, really going through some stuff. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to talk to Dr. Shaun T. Hill. All right, businessman extraordinaire, executive director of ID Life. And he's going to talk to you. And I'm going to ask him the questions that you all want to know about ID Life. Great product. If you've been to my website, thedougstewartshow.com, or thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. If you've been to my website, you've seen the setup, you've seen the products. If you bought some of the products, we had a lot of people to buy the products that I use and are very satisfied and very happy with. Says everything that it claims. You understand that. But there's also a business aspect of the company that a lot of you probably have had questions about. I'm going to see if my man, Dr. Shaun T. Hill, can break it down for you, all right? Don't go away. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, The Doug Stewart Show. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Protect yourself at all times. The referee issues that reminder because it's important to a fighter's safety and success. Doug Stewart here to tell you about the team at Strickland Security and remind you that living in the metro Atlanta area is sometimes like boxing. You've got to protect yourself at all times. There's nothing more important than ensuring the safety of your family and your home. And for business owners, protecting your business is critical because it's your livelihood. Strickland Security can satisfy all of your security needs. The staff of Strickland Security has a combined 55 years of experience protecting people and property, from alarm systems to uniformed security guards and everything in between. Strickland Security has an affordable solution for you. To see a list of all the security services they offer, visit their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. Again, that's stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. Welcome back to Stewart Media and Entertainment. My name is Doug Stewart. Thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking about it all day. I was going to have my friend talk a little bit more about ID Life, this time kind of like the business opportunity side of ID Life. Sean Hill is on the line with us. Sean, how you doing today?
Incredibly blessed by the best, brother. How you been, man?
Man, I'm fantastic. We hadn't had you on in a while, and so I thought it'd be a good idea to get you on and catch up with one of the executive directors, one of the shining stars for ID Life. And I've been talking about the products and using the products for the last couple of months. I'm very happy with them. We talked with you the first time a while back about the products, but once again today I'd like to have you on to talk a little bit about the business opportunity with ID Life. Let's start with that. I see that in addition to soon-to-be Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal, soon-to-be Hall of Famer, baseball Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez has also joined ID Life as well. Why are so many professionals and public figures attracted to ID Life and its business opportunity?
Well, I tell you, I mean, it's three solid reasons, man. Number one, the leadership. The leadership has been incredible. The owners and the investors that you meet when you even take a look at ID Life, these guys were already successful before ID Life. I mean, our CEO, Logan Stout, owns multiple businesses. He really honors and he loves this particular asset. This is something he put together for his children, and success attracts success. Number two, our products are amazing, brother. I'm feeling early 20s. I ain't got back to my teens yet. I'm feeling early 20s right now. We're helping people get healthier from the inside out with our customized nutrition. Our products have all of those quality ingredients, and when you start getting that restful sleep and higher energy and your appetite suppressed and you're hydrated and your workouts are getting stronger and you're doing some healthy snacking now, it's something for everyone. And all of our lines have that 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. But then the third reason is the residual income. I mean, most people that are successful and most people that have been able to generate lots of money, they understand that you want to generate that money that continues to come when you sleep. Opportunity, no, it's just incredible.
Right. Talking to Sean T. Hill online right now on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. If you want to check out ID Life, the products as well as the business opportunity, go to the DougStewartShow.idlife.com. Let's take it from right there. Why should everyone own a home-based business, in your opinion?
Right now, with everything going on, this is tax season. You get about 20 to 25 different tax breaks. Everybody needs extra income. Whether you're doing great or you're doing not so great, there's a need for extra income. And anytime you can do that with your own flexible schedule, why wouldn't you do it?
Why does network marketing, the business, get confused so often with pyramid schemes? I hear that all the time when I talk to people about ID Life and I say it's a network marketing company. And then the next thing is like, is that like a pyramid scheme? What's the difference between network marketing and pyramid schemes?
Well, unfortunately, there's been different businesses that come through our communities where there's no product. You're just paying your way in to join a company and there's no product being moved. Now, that's illegal. Normally the person at the top goes to jail, the two under them run off with the money. But if there's a product and you're getting paid for sharing it with others, it's a legitimate business.
Right. Talking to Sean T. Hill right now on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. If you want to get more information about ID Life, the products as well as the business opportunity, once again, go to the DougStewartShow.idlife.com. For those of us kind of warming up to the network marketing idea, and trust me, as I said before in the first interview that we did, I researched the company, back and forth. But for those of us that have kind of warmed up to it, tell us something we may not know about ID Life and about the network marketing aspect of it.
Well, I always say people are talking about pyramids. Probably wouldn't know one if they were standing in Egypt. But meanwhile, while they're having that conversation, 23 countries are using network marketing. $180 billion in sales is moved through this particular business. $35 billion is in the United States alone. 2.4 million people earn over $50,000 per year doing network marketing, and the median average is about $6,200 a year.
Wow. Okay, so with 2.4 million earning over $50,000 per year, how's the median income only $6,200 per year?
Well, here's the reality: people are professional quitters, and I mean, we do it so well, and then we tell these rational lies. I mean, we rationalize why we quit. And most people. So what happens is most people, Doug, they quit before they can have success. Normally within their first 4 weeks or so. But now here's what's insane about it. Most people give 4 years to get a degree with no guarantees of ever getting a job. Mm-hmm. Most people work 40 years on a job without any advancement or any real true idea of advancement, end up retiring and living on 40% less than what they were already struggling on. But if they get in a business like this and they're not multi-gajillionaires in the first 4 days, they're already saying it won't work. We've been conditioned not to do business for ourselves.
Right. What do you say to the person who says that they don't want to sell?
Don't change that. Because see, here's the thing. Most people already do what we do. They just don't get paid for it. We recommend TV shows. We recommend movies. We recommend radio shows like the Doug Stewart Show. We always telling people about sales and deals and clothing and bags and hairdressers and mechanics and video games. We do this stuff all the time. But when the people that trust us go out and they take advantage of this information, somebody's getting paid. Mm-hmm. But the question we have to ask ourselves is, how much money did we make? And if the number rhymes with zero, we got to get tired of that, because now we're doing free sales and marketing for companies that will never pay us.
Finishing up with Dr. Sean T. Hill with the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, talking about ID Life. If you want to get more information about ID Life, take the free assessment, find out about the great products, and possibly find out about the business opportunity, go to the DougStewartShow.idlife.com. All right, so that's the selling part. What do you say to that guy that says, I don't want to recruit people?
Don't change that. Again, most people already do what we do. They just don't get paid for it. People always tell people about a full-time job opening, a part-time job opening, a way somebody can make some side money. The difference is when those people go on and they get those assignments, those positions, those jobs, and they make thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars for those companies, how much money do we make? Yeah. And again, if that number rhymes with 0, we have to get tired of that, because now we're doing free headhunting and free human resources for companies that'll never pay us.
Yeah. And you know what? The products speak for themselves. The professionalism of the product and the company speaks for themselves. We've actually got a lot of people that have bought the products through ID Life, through the Doug Stewart Show, man. They're completely satisfied, completely happy. And once again, to get more information about ID Life and its great products, the Doug Stewart Show.idlife.com. What do you say to that person? All right. So I asked you what you said to that person that says they don't want to sell. And then I asked you the same question about what about people that don't want to recruit people? What do you say to that person who says, I don't want to ask someone to use a product that I'm not using possibly?
Well, that person needs to go to the DougStewartShow.idlife.com
right,
or the website of that ID Life associate who introduced it to them and start using the product. Because I promise you, just like you're excited, obviously I'm excited about, the opportunity is awesome, but that product, when you start feeling yourself getting healthier and people start to notice that your skin's a little softer and they're starting to notice you got a little extra in your step, you can't help but tell people about it. And so, do that. Do just that. Do your product research. Be a product of the product. Use the product. I guarantee you have to tell somebody about it.
Finishing up with Dr. Shaun T. Hill on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. How does the average busy person earn pay with ID Life? Now we get into the nuts and bolts of it. How do they get this money, Shaun?
Well, I tell you what, we have a simple turnkey system. It's been put in place by people who have earned 7, 8, and 9 figures doing what we do. And you got to understand, this business is designed for the busy person, because the busy people are always looking for more ways to generate extra income. And so you set your own schedule based on those cracks and crevices in your day where you can actually just reach out to people. And the busiest people I know still manage to find the time to text somebody, to send an inbox message, to post something on social media. And so just putting that yourname.idlife.com on that can generate a new customer, can actually interest somebody who also wants to do it. And so we just simply share ID Life.
Shaun, I'm actually asking you questions now, kind of like in behalf of my listeners. I call them the Stewies. Mm-hmm. And one thing you talked about, the whole taboo question about pyramid schemes, and this is real. We to keep it real show. But the one final question I think a lot of people will want to know is what separates ID Life from all the other companies, all the other network marketing companies that we hear out there?
Well, one thing is we're not a Me Too company. That ID nutrition product that we talk about with the customized nutrition, that was around 17 years. The ID Life company has only been around for a little over a year and a half. And so we're not looking for products to just push to a market. We had something that we were really passionate about, and that's getting people healthier. And so we decided to do it this way so that people could actually benefit from helping people that they love get healthier. And so when you plant your flag with ID Life, you automatically understand that the purpose is not just to get rich, it's to be significant in people's lives and be able to say that I helped the people that I cared about the most get healthier.
Wow, great stuff. Great product, great business plan, great business opportunity. And if not only just me, but if you ever need any question answered about ID Life, my man, Dr. Shaun T. Hill, is working with Doug Stewart, as well as the Doug Stewart Show and Stewart Media and Entertainment. We can get you those answers quick, fast, in a hurry. Shaun, thank you so much for the time, man.
Pleasure's all mine, brother. Keep doing what you do.
There it is. There he is. Dr. Shaun T. Hill with the Doug Stewart Show and the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be back in a moment. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
Jam, oh jam, jam, Teddy jam for me, yeah.
If you're not doing what the hell are you doing, this is the Doug Stewart Show, brought to you by ID Life. Shouts out once again to Dr. Sean T. Hill for the information. And as I said before, man, if you have any questions about ID Life, the products, or the business opportunity, once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and I or Dr. Sean T. Hill will get you the answers you desire. All right? Still got a couple minutes left to get a call in if you like before we wrap up today's show. You can give me a call at 404-382-0338. This segment of the Doug Stewart Show was brought to you by my folks from Strickland Security. Strickland Security has over 55 years combined experience in the business in protecting your home with its alarm systems. Whether you need a basic alarm system starting at just like $15 per month, whether you need the big boy alarm system, Strickland Security's got you covered. All right. So if you're not satisfied with your alarm system company, holla at my folks online at StricklandSecurity.com. That's StricklandSecurity.com. And make sure you tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Couple of other little news and notes from the world of sports and entertainment. Maria Sharapova flunked a drug test at the Aussie Open. 28-year-old Maria Sharapova said she had been taking her drug Meldronate, also known as meldonium, for 10 years to address a number of health issues, including low magnesium levels. It's a blood-flowing, promoting drug banned because it aids oxygen uptake and endurance. Now, this is what she says. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. She says she did not realize that meldronate and meldonium are the same drug, and she was not aware when rules changed January 1st to make the drug illegal. She said that when WADA, that's kind of like the governing body of women's tennis, sent an email about changes to the ban list in December, she did not click on the link to see that the substance had been added to the list. Yeah, right, heifer.
Now, let me just ask you, and I didn't see anybody, she had this little press conference and she announced this. This is why you need the Doug Stewart Show. This stuff is really simple. Now, if you saw the little press conference that she had, and she mentioned how she had gotten this email from this governing body of tennis, and she opened the email, but she didn't click the link where they describe what changes they had made to the drug policy. The first thing that came to my mind is something as important as the changes in illegal or banned drugs from your sport, you're officiating over. You're like administrating over something so precise and so technical. You don't have like a doctor on staff. You're a millionaire. She makes like millions and gazillions of dollars. You would think that she has a team of professionals around her, whether it be an agent, lawyer, a nutritionist, or whatever. Like, that's not something that the athlete should be concerned about or have to worry about. Like, anytime they change, rules as far as drugs that can get you banned from a sport for 4 years, and that's ultimately what could happen to her, wouldn't you think that any of those types of questions should be addressed to, like, her nutritionist or to her doctor? Don't you think that somebody with the money that Maria Sharapova has, don't you think that should be directed to some other professional on her team? So for that, man, I don't believe this one bit. I think she knew what the hell she was doing, and she just got caught. Maybe she didn't, but suspect as hell to me. And so they're saying because there's extenuating circumstances around her particular case, because she had been using it, it's possible she may only get banned for 2 years. And that's kind of like best case scenario. So there's a good chance she's going to get banned from professional tennis for 4 years. And she's lost a ton of sponsors already. Nike has already pulled out on her. The fact that these sponsors are pulling out on her already say that the sentiment is that she did this. So just stop it. just admit to the fact that Serena's been kicking your ass for many, many years, and you tried to get an edge, and your ass got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Maybe she didn't, but I would bet she did. And also, one other story, man. I guess I should be happy, and I guess congratulations are in order for Lovie Smith as he becomes the new head coach of the Illinois Fighting Illini football team. But at the same time, I can't help but think that he just got the job yesterday, and he's already dead man walking. All right? Illinois football? Like, has Illinois football ever been good? Or not even good, but decent? Has Illinois football ever been decent? And this is the problem with a lot of these jobs that these African-American coaches, they end up taking, or they have to take. Lovie Smith is older. He's made a lot of money in the NFL. But Lovie Smith is relegated to taking a job at Illinois. Who you recruiting out of the city of Chicago, out of Chirac? They don't play no damn football in Chirac. Who's the best players to come out of Illinois? Simeon Rice, obviously, and I think him and Kevin Hardy actually played together, and obviously they played. Well, Kevin Hardy played linebacker, played at Jacksonville, I believe. Maybe he played for Tampa as well with Simeon Rice. But Simeon Rice and Kevin Hardy back in the day, Simeon Rice was a beast of a defensive end, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, helped them win a Super Bowl. Kevin Hardy was a beast of a linebacker. And I think they played together at Illinois at the time. And I don't even think they were that good even then. I'm happy for Lovie Smith that he gets a job. There aren't a lot of jobs. There aren't a lot of black head coaches in college football. But to take a crappy job like Illinois, it seems kind of disrespectful. The man got fired from a job from Tampa Bay under a lot of controversy. A lot of people feel like that he shouldn't have been fired. What he did in Chicago. He did great things in Chicago, helped him go to a Super Bowl. I guess it's a good thing for Illinois because Lovie Smith, obviously being the head coach of the Chicago Bears for so many years and having great success, is a name. So he's going to be able to walk into the living room of a kid, a 4- or 5-star kid, and he'll have a presence. They'll already know his story. They'll know his resume. I guess that's good, but those 4- and 5-star kids, as few as there must be in Chicago and surrounding cities, I just imagine. Maybe I'm wrong about Chicago high school football. I doubt it, though. But I would guess a 4- or 5-star kid from the city of Chicago ain't trying to go and help Lovie Smith turn things around in Illinois. No. They're probably going to Notre Dame. They're probably going to Michigan. You know, they're probably going to go south and go to Florida or Florida State or something like that. They ain't going to sit around there and help Lovie Smith resurrect the dead program in the University of Illinois Fighting Illini. I just don't see that happening. Good luck to them, but I don't think it's going to happen, bruh. I just don't think it's going to happen. Once again, good luck to them, but I don't think it's going to happen. And you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. You had been listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Yeah. Yeah, Illinois football ain't going to do ish. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm sorry. I mean, have they ever... Let me look it up real quick, and you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. List of Big Ten football champions. And you're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Doug Stewart Show. Really do appreciate it. So I'm looking at it right now. The last time that the Illinois Fighting Illini won the Big Ten was back in 2001. Okay, so actually it wasn't 100 years ago. Okay, so they won it in 2001, and I'm going to guess that those were the teams that Kevin Hardy and Simeon Rice played on. I'm just going to guess. I'm not going to have time to look it up. Before that, they had won it in 1989. So they've won it 2 times since 1989. Yeah, 99, 2009. Almost 30 years. 2 times in 30 years. I don't know. So maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Hey, man, thank you so much for tuning in to The Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to my man Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri. Shouts out to my man Sean T. Hill for coming on the show today. Thank you very much, all of you guys, man. I appreciate y'all making The Doug Stewart Show what it is. Shouts out to my man Pink Gator for this hot-ass track, Him and Beans and Cornbread. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a special thank you, man. A heartfelt thank you to all of the Stewies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. We will do this again tomorrow. All right? Once again, as a reminder, don't forget, Thursday and Friday, no live The Doug Stewart Show, but we will have other shows playing on the network. All right? So I won't be here Thursday and Friday, but we'll be back on Monday. But just giving you a heads up. But tomorrow we'll be back. Tomorrow we'll be back. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.